Well, you didn't miss anything. I was just talking shit. What's up, everybody? My mic is off. My mic's always off. You always do that. I gotta get back into the habit of unmuting myself. So anyway, I just wanted to welcome you all and say, holy smokes, look at that. You were able to read my lips, right? And watch my hand gestures. You know what this is all about. This is about me being so antsy and excited that we've raised $1,931.38 that I don't know what to do with myself. I'm thinking, what can I work on? What can I work on? And man, I can just op some games, and I can get my overlays in order. So I made this box here, which is the recent contributors box. So if we get any new contributions while I'm streaming, I can know about it and I can thank you personally. So let me just refresh this to make sure there haven't been any that I missed in the past few minutes. Okay, we're all good. Sergeant Chickenface was our last contributor, and he bought 10 levels. That's a serious contribution. So if I go, let's see, if I go over here to the top contributors list, I can see that Sergeant Chickenface is at the top of the patrons with his 10 levels. It's a very significant contribution. Look at this. We got a new benefactor, Jay Storm, kicked in and got the benefactor badge. That's 40 plus levels. We have another anonymous benefactor who kicked in, who should be in this list but didn't want to be. He didn't want to be listed. He wanted to remain anonymous, so we manually removed him from the list, but he's another top-level benefactor. So, and then we finally, someone has the middle benefactor badge. That's new. Gypsy Bojangles. And you can see he's in my list up there for recent benefactors. He did it in two parts. First, he bought 25 levels. And then he was like, only 4 more for the next badge. And then he bought 4 more levels. So now he's the middle badge. So now we have all 9 badges represented by Code2.org members. There they all are. The 3 benefactor badges, the 3 patron badges, and the 3 donator badges. And this list is getting so long it doesn't even fit on my screen anymore. So crazy. I just can't believe it, really. Like I said on the launch stream, we hoped to get $1,000 by the start of the tourney, and we almost have 2,000. So, just really excited. Yesterday we added this page. It's the Stretch Goals Progress page, and we're unlocking them way faster than we can create them. This is a page that Jan made with a little help from Dutchie and myself. And it's really nice. It has this flag. And as we receive more contributions, the flag goes up and up and up in real time. And you can see that the various stretch goals are unlocked. We just unlocked the top 20 contributors getting a cast from Romeo or Tightrope. And they're going to actually start doing those. So if you're a top, let's see, I think they're going to do the first batch of top 10. And then, once they get those done, they'll see who the next highest 10 are and then do those. So if you're a top 10 contributor, you might be getting an invitation in your PM box soon from either Romeo or Tightrope to cast the game of your choice. So we're going to get right working on that. I still have to get working on the $600 stretch goal, which is to create the splash screens. And I still have that idea of getting in on some kind of early build and taking War Reporter screenshots of British units and tanks. So I have to get in touch with Relic and see if that's possible. The emoticons, hugely popular. I hope Von Klug is starting to put together the fan art contest. Dutchie and I are going to have to start designing the bracket poster. We're trying to figure out all the details of when each round will get played so that we can have those in our poster. Stuff we're doing in staff. DLC giveaway 1. We're going to have to figure out what batch of DLCs we can purchase to give away to contributors, and then how to give those away. Stuff I got to do. Work to be done, but we love it. So the next one is the winner interview. That won't happen until after the tournament. And then we're very close to Ciaz doing the 24-hour stream that he was talking about on the first night. And so I think that'll get unlocked soon, and then he'll have to do 21 hours. Or 24 hours of stream, sucker. CaptainSPrice is streaming right now, and I have one of his games loaded up, and I figured we'd watch it real casual style. But first, let me thank our recent contributors, Maxtasy, Tuvok, Dreamer Dude, Luckin' Later, Polar Bear, Batfelt Wombat, Pig Soup, Gypsy Bojangles, Benefactor Level, amazing, and Sergeant Chickenface. So those are our recent contributors. Thank you very much, guys. Man, I could do this all the time. If it means raising money for this event, I could do this all the time. You guys might be getting a lot of this. Yeah. We'll see how it goes. We'll see if this is good. What's up, Paradox? ATCF? I know, so much stuff unlocked. If I knew this was going to be so popular, I would have pushed the stretch goals up a little bit more. I think we're going to be scratching our heads to come up with new ones. Just Comp is here. If I pronounce your name wrong, just tell me. Paradox HS. Save us from Price. Okay, we could watch something else. We don't have to watch Price. We can look at who's playing. But it's like the middle of the morning in Europe. It's 11 a.m., so I don't know how many players will be playing. But maybe when they see that I'm doing this, they'll hop into Auto Match. Chalky Starfish, good morning. Tight Rope Xylo. Hey, Ami, just messaging the top guys for their cast now. Oh, Tightrope Xylo. Oh, that's Tightrope. That's Tightrope. What's the Xylo part? I don't know what that means, Xylo. But hey, Tightrope is here. Awesome. What's up, Tightrope? And he's messaging top contributors offering to give them their custom cast of any game of their choosing right now. That is so cool. All right, thanks, Tightrope. Teabag is here. Says good morning. All right, what's up, guys? Let's hop in game and see who's playing. All right, here we go. Oh, this was the game I was gonna do of Price and Park, but since he already streamed that, maybe I won't do it. You can see I've created a new little replay bar hider there with OCF Pimpin' OCF replay hider. Just made that this morning. Yeah, so let's hop out of that and see who's playing now. I can close my overlay. Do something else. Major Bloodknock, how's it going, man? Yeah, hell yeah, Paradox 1931 is great. It is just shockingly great. Really, just almost, I mean, like 2 or 3 times more than we expected. Really, just impressive. This is going to be a hell of an event, man. I'm looking at this main event double elimination bracket, and I'm imagining these guys playing in the open qualifier in the round of 16 and how much they're going to want to win those games so that they can get into the main event. Because the open qualifier is like single elimination, but then the main event is double elimination. So once you get past, the round of 16, then you're kind of golden, because then you have 2 chances to get part of that prize pool. Get into the top 6. So the round of 16 on Sunday night of the first weekend is going to be just cutthroat, best of 3, single limb, company of heroes, and I'm sure we're going to have 16 great players that make it that far, and then they're going to have to really fight, and it's all going to be happening at once, and so we're going to have these 8 great matches all happening at once, and luckily we have so many casters. Our staff is really strong lately. I don't know what's going on, but our staff. We've got great artists, we've got tourney guys, directors, organizers, we've got a whole slew of casters and analysts. And so how cool would it be, we can just fantasize, right, that during that round of 16, all 8 matches are being streamed on Twitch simultaneously, right? How cool would that be? We got me and CS doing one of them. He might be playing in one of them. You know, or anyway, on SNF, you know, we got Tightrope doing one. We got the Iceman Joker and Festive Long Johns doing one. We got this whole, you know, we got Mr. Soto Gaming doing one. We got maybe, you know, Marcus on a channel doing one. Could you imagine if we had all 8 games running live and you could select which ones you wanted to watch, or if you had multi-monitors, you could 4-screen them, and you could, you know, 'cause this could be just a cutthroat round. It's going to be so awesome. The round of 16 on Sunday night. I think that will be September 20th. Let me just check. We'll have the All-Star game on September 19th, and then September 20th, this open qualifier is just going to be cutthroat. Hey! We got a new contributor. Look at that. T-Bag just contributed. So I can thank you personally. He purchased 3 levels. He got his donator badge. And now, look at this. I can refresh the prize pool. Keep your eyes peeled. It's going to jump. 1931 is now 1939. Thanks, T-Bag. Awesome. Let's see. Tom of Action is here. Still waiting for this content that you've been promising us, Tom. Tom talks the walk, but we're waiting for him to walk the walk. Talks the talk. You might talk the talk, but can you walk the walk? You guys remember that scene from Full Metal Jacket? It's a great scene. Yep, T-Bag just done a small contribution. Thank you very kindly. It's 5:20 a.m. and he's been up. Tom of Action is up till 5:20 in the morning. Howdy, bend over and take it like a man. How you doing? You would need 4 monitors with two games on each monitor to watch all the action in the round of 16. It's gonna be insane. You know, the cool thing is though, if you miss stuff, hopefully all the live streamers will then move their videos to YouTube, and then you can like go back and catch up and check out everybody's YouTube channels. You like my Dodgers cap? I'm from LA, so you know the Dodgers are in first place. They're rocking it. They got the best pitchers in the league right now. This is the compendium of Kotu. That's exactly what all of this is modeled after. All right, let's see who's playing. Back into the game, shall we? Live games. All right, we got a game on Stalingrad. I really don't like that map. But it's SturmTigerGiap, who is a benefactor of ours. He was the early bird contributor. I think he has at least 40 levels. Andy's doing the Coco Jambo non-meta strat award. Do you guys want to watch a map on a game on Stalingrad? That map makes me cringe, man. It's just such like close quarters. But it's the only thing we got, so we're gonna watch it. Giap and Sprice. You can watch it on Sprice's channel. Oh wait, I've got Giap and Gaddafi confused. I'm sorry, my apologies. SturmTigerGiap and SturmTigerGaddafi are naturally different people. I think SturmTigerGiap, no offense to Gaddafi, is probably the better player. SturmTigerGiap has made it quite far in many of our tournaments. So while that's loading, just to be clear, Gaddafi is the big benefactor, and Giap is the player that we're about to watch. And so, like I said, you could either watch it live on Sprice's channel, or you could watch it with me. Wow, I'm gonna need to. Luckily, I have some water here. Man, casting, it's you got to get your voice into shape for it. Stalingrad. Okay, well, we'll see how this goes. I'm loading in. Let's see how far. Let's see if we have to wait or not. Okay, no, they're already going, so that's good. Okay, let me quickly sort out an overlay if I can manage it. It's good for me to practice pressing all these buttons, man, because SNF Control Center, there are a lot of buttons to be pressed. Got to get my craft board going up there. Every time I watch, oh look, I got the bug with the bar colors. Every time I watch somebody's stream, I always miss seeing the names at the top. I know that they're listed at the bottom, but I really like seeing them at the top. So, SturmTigerGiap. He will be blue Soviets, and Price is red Wehrmacht. All right, did I get that all correct? Okay, I think we're in business. I can kill the beautiful. What's going on? Why is that not working? Okay, my hotkeys aren't working for my media player. But all right. Are you guys having fun looking at the dirt in the base over there? All right, let's see. Let's get that fog of war off. And we're rolling. It's like a comfortable armchair. We're in obs mode, checking out a game. Right? We're chilling. Giap's doing some capping. He's got 2 combat engineers. These guys are building a little bit of wire. Well, we got an early sniper from Sprice. So how many of you guys were watching Love Nest's stream last night? He got really upset because Sprice kept getting him in auto match. And I think he kept beating him with the strat, with this early Wehrmacht sniper. And Love Nest was getting quite salty. You can see the sniper is looking for his first target. Somehow, he hasn't managed to pick off any of these engineers yet. You know, I don't think I'm going to go to YouTube with these games, so I want to get the music going in the background. I had issues before because Chris Velasco's music actually caused copyright issues with YouTube. So, yeah, I love having his music in the background. All right, here we go. Maybe we'll get some Chris Velasco. So the sniper hasn't found a target yet, but the sniper strat was just driving Love Nest absolutely crazy. And I guess he fires really quickly. I don't know if it's a bug, but he seems to pick off units really quickly. Okay, we've got, look at this perfect line of units on this wall. Wow, I have never seen that in the game before. Like 2 squads perfectly lined up like that. I wonder if that has anything to do with changes to how squads arrange themselves. But that was beautiful, seeing them all in perfect cover. So I would never allow this map in a tournament just because the close quarters fighting just allows, you know, like infantry spam to completely dominate, because microing vehicles in this grid is almost impossible. But the one good thing about this map is that it's got that World War II flavor, right? Stalingrad. I mean, it was a city battle, and this map kind of captures the flavor. And I think a lot of the history buffs dig this map just because it's got the feeling of a destroyed city, and so much of World War II took place in destroyed cities. So this is an example of a map that might look great, but it doesn't play very well. So you can see, okay, the sniper's got 2 kills in. The flamers are going to garrison this house, and they're going to pop out the other side, but run into some grenadiers. So they got boxed in, surrounded. They'll have to retreat. But I mean, usually this is a good map for Soviets because they have strong infantry. You know, they can call in guards, they can call in shock troops, and those kinds of units are usually really great on this map because they can, you know, flank MGs around all these little corners, you know, throw nades. Guards have anti-tank capabilities, but interestingly, SturmTigerGiap, you know, I learned to pronounce, I think it's Yap. You pronounce it Yap. It's a soft G. I learned this because he's named after a Vietnamese general. There was a General Giap who was quite famous, and SturmTigerGiap named himself after that general. So I learned how to pronounce the name. I corrected myself. I was pronouncing it wrong with the hard G for like a year, and then I learned that it's actually pronounced like a Y sound. So we can get back into the habit of doing that.
We have flamethrowers. Now the enemy has...
You can see nobody's even scratched this sniper yet. He's got his 4 kills. Not a ton of vet. He's about, what is that, like 20% on his way towards vet 1. So Flamers and M3 are also quite strong on all maps. And we'll see how this M3 fares on Stalingrad. I know he's going to run into pathing problems, though. And, you know, usually when you get a shock unit like Flamers and an M3, you want them fighting. But he sort of just delivered his engineers to a point to cap. I don't know if that's the most effective use of the early M3 Flamer combination. But he wants this fuel, so he's going to raise it. Let's see, is this a fuel point? Man, my minimap is so tiny I can barely tell. Yeah, I think it's a fuel point. Yeah, you can see it barely when you open up the tactical map. I just made a post on Relic Forums. If you guys have access to the alpha forums, I just made a post directly to the devs to talk about various situations like this one. How when I raise my UI, this center box covers the player cards. I really would like to have the largest UI at my resolution because I want this mini-map to be as big as possible. But then this center box blocks the player cards, so that's no good. So I posted about that. And then also, look, in this stream we also have the VP ticker bars are the wrong color. The bar on the left should be red, and the bar on the right should be blue. And so I posted about those issues in the private alpha forums on the official forums. So if you guys have access there, I would appreciate a bump and a, yes, I've experienced this problem, please fix it. We really need to get this sorted out before the big tournament in September. So please support that post. Give it some bumps. Holler at Relic. Let's make these issues known to them. All right. Hans has 7. We're gonna name him Hans. The very uncreative sniper name. I think the sniper from... Oh, here we go. They just oorad. They come around the corner. But look, micro fail. He's working with the M3 over here. He just got Fausted, so he's taking care of the M3 and the shock troops. But he had a chance to get these conscripts right in the face of that sniper, but he wasn't able to multitask, and he's going to pay for it. He's already lost 3 soldiers from that squad. All right, like I said, shock troops have a real fine time on Stalingrad. The nade is in. Can Sprice get out in time? Yes, he can.
Engineer standing by.
This building reminds me of the movie Enemy at the Gates. And you'd have Ralph Fiennes and who's the English actor who played the Vasily Zaitsev character. He would be crawling through the rubble of these buildings, living on scraps, chocolate bars, trying to survive in Stalingrad and still do his work. A lot of people didn't like that movie because they thought it was too Hollywood, but I did like it because I enjoyed the acting. I enjoyed, even though it was very Hollywoodized, I still enjoyed it. Enemy at the Gates, taking place in Stalingrad. What's the name? Yeah, Jude Law, exactly. Thank you, ATCF. And then also, what was the name of the veteran sniper, the actor who played the veteran sniper? He's also a very fine actor. You can see his face, but his name is slipping my memory, my recollection right now. Sniper's getting his licks in. He's almost got Vet 1. He's got 11 kills.
Heavy vehicle production can now begin.
At Vet 1, he unlocks the fire incendiary explosive round veteran ability. Ed Harris, thank you. Looks hard. Thank you, Ed Harris. Love Ed Harris. He's great in Enemy at the Gates. So we get Ed Harris as the veteran Wehrmacht sniper versus Jude Law, who is loosely based on the famous Soviet sniper, the real historical figure, Vasily Zaitsev. Alright, I'm missing vehicle action. Oy! 222 falls. Nice AT nade from SturmTigerGiap. conscripts. They get double vet. A lot of vet coming in. All right, Hans has a pip of vet. This G43'd up Grenadier squad has vet. Conscripts have double vet. Where are our shock troops? They're back in the base. I'm missing a nade. I heard it explode, but I missed it. Yap's trying to annihilate the squad. Whoa, he gets him. They panicked and ran the wrong direction for a second, and that spelled their doom. How's my audio levels, guys? How is the mix between my voice and the in-game sounds and the music? Is it good? That is something that I would love to fine-tune over the next few weeks so that it's absolutely perfect for Operation Charlie Fox. Here comes the T-70GG-Sprice. I'm getting build updates from the chat. Who else is tired of seeing these make war not love decals and skins? Come on, Relic. That event happened so long ago. It's so dated that that's our only option. Let them wear some lovely Kotu.org skins in auto match. Come on, Relic. Let us wear the Kotu.org skins. There's so many great skins in the Steam Workshop and decals. It would be wonderful if Relic would allow some of those to be worn into auto match. Damaged engine from the Faust delivered. The T-70 is going to back off. Look at the vet on Yep's infantry. We got the single vet shock troops who are being sniped as we speak. And here are the double vet conscripts. They're returning to the field. Yep has decided to go shock rifle frontline. So his next unlock will be the incendiary artillery barrage, which is also great, of course, on Stalingrad, because you can use it to clear infantry out of positions. Like, for example, these grenadiers could be cleared out of this large factory. Snipers chased off with half health. Let's see if Sprice has a triage center. He does. That's a bunker upgraded as a medic station. T-70 is repaired. He's going to look to work on these Grens a little more. Grens are going to help the Pioniere cap this point. This is a victory point. Ooh, nice long-range shot from the pack, delivering a lot of damage to the T-70. Now, three full-manned squads of Grenadiers are going to chase off the double vet conscripts, and Sprice is going to push the pack forward. The strat that Loveness just kept complaining about was sniper into pack wall into P4 command tank. So Sprice has decided on Stalingrad to go Jaeger infantry doctrine, so we do see a little bit of variance. On other maps, he would go a commander that would allow him to bring out a P4 tank, a P4 command tank, but he feels that since Stalingrad is so infantry-based, he prefers Jaeger infantry because they have the G43 unlock at 3 command points. So we won't be seeing any P4 command tanks, but I'm sure that we will see some tech later from Sprice. Although, actually, you know what? I'm not sure because of how poorly tanks path on Stalingrad. He might just stick to infantry for quite some time. It's bit static now. We have the lovely M5 half-track out from We're going to have to keep an eye on that to see if he decides to upgrade it, and he already is on the way. He's doing the anti-air package, a.k.a. the quad 50 cal. Let's just follow this unit while it upgrades because those quad 50 cal guns are so good looking. There they are. Quad mount ready to mow down the enemy, and that's exactly what it does. ready to rat-tat-tat. Let's see who he can find to go after. T-70 is way on the corner of the map. It's going to try to assist this little infantry push. The shocks do chase off the head of the spear, but here comes the sniper. Sniper's got 20 kills already. Let's make it 21 and 2 pips of vet. Now, at the second pip of vet, he gets increased rate of fire, which is just insane. He is able to just knock down infantry, but man, Giap's going for it. Giap is going for it, baby. Yep, here he comes. Flames going into the factory. Both quad, look, the M3 with flamers and the quad 50 cal and the T-70 are all rushing forward, and you know what he wants to do? He wants to kill that gosh darn sniper. He does have eyes on it. Price has to retreat to the sniper. Oh, he would love to get at it, but he just can't because the M3 has been Fausted. So the sniper is going to retreat. Over here we have another drama where the quad 50 cal and the T-70 have checkmated this pack. They've totally kited it, cleared it, and now the conscripts have stolen it. An amazing attack from SturmTigerGiap. All of you Sprice haters that might be Love Nest fans. I mean, Love Nest was really pissed off last night. You guys are getting a dream come true here as Giap just wrecks Sprice's position, steals his pack, and manages to preserve all of his light vehicles. The one thing he didn't do is get the sniper, so Sprice isn't out of it yet. That would have been cataclysmic had Sprice lost his 24-kill double vet sniper, but that did not happen. He lost the pack, though, and that's huge, and he has lost the map. You can see it's all turning blue. Army sizes, let's have a look at the graph real quick. You can see that after that attack, SturmTigerGiap retains his lead in army size. Listen to that quad cal delivering. The tracers are just gorgeous on that thing, aren't they? It's got like red colored tracers. So awesome. Sprice builds a new pack. Giap kind of shies away from that position. He is not prepared yet to blast forward and try to kite it and take all that risk with many of his infantry in his base. The double vet flamers are trying to repair the M3. He would love to have that tool at his disposal for his next attack.
Rocket launcher on the field.
To answer your question, Steve-O the Hero, this is a 1v1 that is occurring right now in Company of Heroes 2 Auto Match. This is a ranked 1v1 game between CaptainSPrice and SturmTigerGiap. They are battling it out right now, and this is as close to live as we can get. We're on an 8-minute delay to prevent cheating and stream cheating and so forth. But this is as good as it gets, guys. We are obsing some live action. You could obs it as well. You could go into the game and go to the live games tab and control the camera on your own and listen to my voice. Maybe you could get synced up with me. I'm at 19 minutes and 5 seconds. You could sync up with me and then listen to me cast and control the camera on your own if you so choose. Or you could be just lazy and kick back in your armchair and I'll do all the work for you. How about that? You guys have earned it, man. You guys have earned Ami doing work. Prize pool is over $1,900. That is, I mean, I think by the end of the week, we're going to have a first prize of over $1,000. That's insane. How's that for incentive to practice Company of Heroes 2? How would you like to win $1,000 playing Company of Heroes 2 in the Operation Charlie Fox tournament? That would be sweet. Man, I wish I was that good at this game that I could be a player and fight for the top prizes. Nothing like competition, man. To get the heartbeat raised and get the blood going, get the blood pumping. All right, you can see that Sprice is trying to rebuild the pack wall as it has been affectionately termed. But Yep looks like he might be ready for an attack. This is not a balls to the wall attack like the first one, where he's using his light vehicles to try to flank everything. It's a lot harder when there are 2 packs. In fact, his infantry aren't even able to clear this, but the Katyusha barrage comes in. Sprice gets out in time. We might get to see the factory fall. Timber! The massive factory on the right-hand side of Stalingrad is now kaput. It is a mountain of rubble. Let's see how that changes the landscape of the battlefield. Look at these conscripts. They're in behind enemy lines, but the double vet sniper with his increased rate of fire is plugging away so quickly at them that they may not even survive the retreat. I think they're going to make it. We have another skirmish in here where the M3 has somehow made it. He put on overdrive, and I was thinking, how did he make it so far without getting Fausted? And just as I was thinking that, he did get Fausted. Triple vet on the combat engineers. I think the M3 is going to fall. The engineers are going to survive, though. They did a ton of damage, and they retreated early, which is really well played by Yap. All of you aspiring company of 2 players, please notice how early he retreated those engineers, because losing them would have been just silly. They already did a ton of damage. The priority at that point is to preserve the squad, and SturmTigerGiap preserves the squad. They're going to run back. Look at that. They only have to reinforce 1 guy, and then triple vet flamers will be ready to re-engage. Really great combined arms from SturmTigerGiap. I love that he's added the Katyusha as a little piece of artillery to this lineup. You can do a lot when you build the tiers. Look at that. Look at that. We got Tier 1, Tier 3, and Tier 4 from the Soviets. I mean, you know the Company of Heroes 2 is getting better when you see players building tiers. Here we have the Heavy Panzer Corps from CaptainSPrice. One of the most significant criticisms of the game previously was that the metagame was too much based on call-in units. And now we see these players building multiple tiers and building units from those tiers, and that is just music to our ears, baby. That's exactly what we were looking for. So hopefully this trend will continue. We love it in Company of Heroes when we see a mix of both standard tiered units mixed in with the occasional company commander call-in. This smoke is going to, I don't know what he's smoking. You know, he's probably smoking against the sniper. I was like, there's no MG there. Why would he smoke? He's smoking because this sniper fires so quickly that it's worth blocking his view for a little while so he can try to harass this point. Uh-oh, he ran into a lot of grenadiers. Goodbye. You can see by the armies that CaptainSPrice, even though he suffered that huge setback by giving away the pack in the early game, he's still in this. He still has a significant army. Although the deficit seems to be growing.
He is dead, comrades.
Who's dead? What did I miss?
Two heavy tanks are now available to crush the enemy.
All right. SturmTigerGiap just unlocked the KV-8 flamethrower. Let's see. He's got the fuel and he's got the manpower, but he hasn't pulled the trigger yet. Not quite sure if he wants to build that unit. I think it could be good. I mean, Sprice's army is purely infantry-based, right? So KV-8 might be just the ticket. I love that he's preserved these units.
Standing by.
Even the T-70 is rolling about. Let's turn on the fog of war real quick and see what this T-70 can see. Look at his line of sight. Look at that. He's got units in here, but the T-70, you can see the cone. As he gets vet, that will even be greater. Fog of war back off. Oorah, soft retreat, a nice tactic. Doesn't want to fully go back to his base, but he wants to get out of the fight, so he's just going to oorah and go garrison this house. That's a nice triple vet squad.
There are no cowards here.
There are no cowards there. Double vet shock troopers coming back on. The cooldown is finished for the Katyusha. He's ready to shoot, but he needs a target. He would love to pick off the sniper. Wouldn't that be just a jackpot? To pull the slot lever and nail that sniper would be the ultimate Katyusha jackpot. Look how fast the quad mows down these grenadiers, and with the shock troopers running in, they don't have a chance. They might get annihilated. He's trying to run and focus, but now he's got a wall of Grens to deal with. He's gonna throw a real nade, yes, not a smoke nade, and then get back home. Triple vet sniper now with 36 kills. The question I put to you, Sunday Night Fights viewers, as the IS-2 joins us, is the Wehrmacht sniper uncounterable? That is the situation that Jason Lee and the developers at Relic might be facing. Is the Wehrmacht sniper uncounterable? We have a Panther and an IS-2 join the battle simultaneously. How lovely. How lovely. And with the pack support, the double pack support, the IS-2 doesn't really like it. He might be having some pathing issues. I'm not sure. No, he's moving forward. He wants to shoot the Panther. Shot didn't seem to penetrate, though. The Panther's still full health. The pack shots are penetrating. I wish that Relic would change this icon. I know it means prioritize vehicles, but to me, when I see a red circle with a line through it, that means hold fire to me. That means don't do anything. And, that's not the case. This is just prioritize vehicles. Okay, fair enough. But how about a different icon for that, Because when I see that, that just means hold fire to me. So I would love it if they developed a new icon for prioritized vehicles, which is a mode that you can put your tanks in. The T-70 enters it now. You can see here's the tooltip, combat mode. Oh, wait a second. Now he's on actually hold fire. Now I'm totally confused. Right? Is it the same icon for the two different modes? Oh my god, that would be absolutely horrible. If it was the same icon that meant hold fire as prioritized vehicles. Okay, okay, now look. I'm looking at this and I don't know if he's in the mode or not. I think he's not in the mode right now. Relic, you're confusing me. I think Jason Lee is aware. At least we hear from... Okay, now the Panther... I turned it off before I had a chance to check it. But Ciaz mentioned to us on Saturday that Jason Lee does want this game to be more readable for fans. So it's little details like this, like the icons that hover over the units, that are very important for reading the way the game is happening. So he's got the icon, and look, this means prioritized vehicles. Look, it's the same thing. It's the same image as hold fire. That's just terrible because they're totally different. All right, so he's got it now too. See, if we hover on it here, we can see it's prioritized vehicles. Look, why don't they give it that little, that little tank with the? Why don't they give it this thing above it? Why don't they give it the scope with the tank in the background or something? Anyway, they need to give it something because this just looks wrong, or it's just confusing. All right, my rant is over. My rant is over. I will stop ranting about the little icons that hover above the unit shields. Oh man, the sniper is just getting his licks in. 39 kills. When is the Katyusha gonna take a shot at him? Katyusha's here. He's pointing in that direction. He's pointing towards that sniper position. Kind of. But the sniper is having his way. I mean, really, we have kind of a static front line here where the IS-2 and the Panther are afraid to engage on this incredibly tricky map with all of its pathing issues. And, like the only unit that's really fighting is this sniper is just picking guys off left and right. We do have some harassment from SturmTigerGiap, and he's putting some mines down, but I think CaptainSPrice is going to scout that. Here we have some shots. Pack versus Panther. All right, the Katyusha's firing.
Supply sector under attack.
Where did the Katyusha? Didn't it just fire? I thought I heard it. What's fire? Oh, we got a Panzerwerfer as well. He's firing into the Soviet position, and he just killed something. I think it was maybe combat. What did he? Whoa! My goodness, the T-70 falls, which I missed. That must have happened over here somewhere. Where's the T-70 carcass? Oh my God! I suck at observing. I'm sorry, guys. The Pax must have killed the T-70, even though I can't even find the carcass.
Ready for assignment.
A, I missed it as an observer. B, I can't even find the carcass. It must have happened over here. Either that, or it got picked somehow by that Panzerwerfer barrage. That's another possibility. Not sure. We have the IS-2 backing out of the engagement with an engine damage. And the infantry still pushing forwards. The Panther is down to about 40% health. Don't worry, folks. My observing powers will increase as I do more of these games. It's part of the reason I'm doing it, you know? Practice makes perfect. Got to get back in the swing of things. Get back in the saddle again. I look forward, actually, in OCF to only observing some games and letting some other guys cast it. Ouch! One Grenadier squad annihilated by that demo. That's gotta hurt. Like, that would be fun, right? I just do the sending and the pressing the buttons between the different scenes and so forth, and let guys like Romeo and Festive Long Johns do the casting. Hopefully I'll be able to do some of that. Or conversely, they do all the observing work, and I get to just kick back and cast. Romeo can control the camera, and I can just
Engineer standing by.
shoot the shizzle.
Go, comrades!
IS-2.
As the scene grows and as our staff grows, these are the possibilities that are available to tournament presenters such as myself.
Cavalry standing by. The enemy has taken out supply sector.
Fortunately for me, by having all of the armies on the screen at the same time, which is like the best thing that ever happened to the Co franchise, having both armies showing at the same time, the unit shields, is like the greatest thing since sliced bread. Now I don't have to notice every build and make you aware of every single unit that the enemy builds, because you can see for yourself quite clearly. Lots of troop movements. We've got some infantry pressure up the center. Panther's going to go deal with it. He's repaired back to full health. These shock troopers don't care. They don't care that they're dying under the treads of the Panzer Kampfwagen 5. Uh-oh, he's taking shots from this stolen pack back here. Maybe he doesn't realize how much that is damaging him. Sprice finally gets out before the stolen pack is able to finish its duties. Katyusha firing. I gotta yes. No, that was Panzerwerfer. I gotta be able to recognize these sounds. Wow, the quad 50 cal is able to catch the Panzerwerfer out of position and kill it, while the shock troopers are able to clear a pack, and then they go down to one man. I'm not quite sure which indirect fire they were suffering, but they're able to retreat, perhaps just in the nick of time. How did Sprice get a pack so far back here? Will he be able to get the kill shot in on the quad? It goes into overdrive. Very nice micro by SturmTigerGiap to make sure that quad survived the retreat. Katyusha's got 6 kills, but no veterancy yet. Man, this stolen pack is doing work, right? That still is the most important moment of this game. That first big rush where Yap was able to steal this pack, and it is now double vet. And check it out, it cloaks. because of the anti-tank gun ambush tactics that are available to the shock rifle commander. It's like the pack of old, right?
Enemy forces
The
are
cloaks.
neutralizing a sector.
Of course we can hide this giant gun.
The enemy taking orders!
Man, Hans update, 45 kills. 45 kills on Hans the sniper. And look at how close the conscripts can get, and they're still failing to kill the sniper. What the heck? I mean, when you get a 6-man infantry squad at triple vet that close to a sniper, shouldn't you be able to kill it? The sniper didn't even have to retreat. Sprice has got this crafty little bunker here to protect the sniper. It's the nice difference between a bunker and an actual MG42 squad is the bunker is not so easy to flank. I mean, you can flank it, but it's going to take you a long time to destroy it. Therefore, it is the perfect platform from which a little sniper can work. Triple vet, 46 kills, capping points.
We are bleeding, comrade!
The enemy is encroaching on our territory.
Coming around!
Oh, big shot from the IS-2, killing 2 grins. He's got 11. The quad cal is now triple vet. What a fantastic unit that is. Oh, what am I missing? I'm missing the sniper just annihilating engineers. Here, a grenade killed an entire squad of Grens. Triple vet shock troops just asserting their dominance over Stalingrad. IS-2 pushing in. I think Sprice might be getting a bit frustrated. Oh! Hangs the Panther out to dry, and that might be the GG kill, and it is! My screen is pausing. GG! SturmTigerGiap with an amazing early push to steal the pack, and then, you know, it's the pack that helps to kill the Panther. It gets triple vet. These guys are the heroes. They started as lowly conscripts, but they aided an attack, and they stole a unit that winds up changing the face of the battle. Where's my remove the UI? Toggle UI control U. Yes, I need to look at that bad boy. That is our hero. That is our Medal of Honor unit for this contest on Stalingrad. The stolen pack, triple vet, repainted with the Soviet hammer and sickle. And part of the killing of the German Panther tank. Here you can see dead grenadiers. A mighty IS-2 for the Rodina, and a still burning Panther Kampfwagen 5. All right, good game, guys. That was a lot of fun. Let me quit out of that. Let me get my tunes going. Let's see. Let's see if Chris Velasco's tunes will carry on in the main menu. I'm not sure. Miss Some Girl says GG. It was a good game. But, you know, I wonder, did Sprice lose the sniper at the end? I don't think he did. It didn't even matter. He had a triple vet sniper with almost 40 kills, and he couldn't win against the powerful infantry of the Soviet side on Stalingrad. Eupolemos, did I pronounce your name correctly? Is it Eupolemos? You untick the map, so do I. I untick the map, most definitely. All right, well played by SturmTigerGiap. I can, let's see. I can chalk you up a point on my scoreboard. 0 for Sprice and 1 for Giap. So, all of you Love Nest fans, oh, check it out. You've got the Helping Hands, GG, and Wrecked emotes in the Relic logo style. Those are really nice. ATCF has the emotes. All right, guys. What I'm really looking forward to doing is seeing if our prize pool has increased at all. I'm about to hit refresh. Let's see if there's any more love for the Operation Charlie. Thank you very much now let's see who we have to thank and refresh the recent contributors right there. Luftpirat. I think you're in the chat. I think I remember reading a chat from you earlier. Tibet Luftpirat with 10 levels. 10 levels from Luftpirat. Let's go see where that places you. Ah, no, we can refresh this too. Eyes on the flag, everyone. Eyes on the flag. It's going to jump. Boop. I love that. I just love that. I'm such a little kid. I love that. I love watching the flag go up that little tiny bit. Thank you, Jan252, for coding this awesome page. Isn't it cool? Look, we can see the prize pool split. You can see that the first place prize now is $984. Damn. We're getting to the point where if you win this tournament, you can like buy yourself a new computer. That's crazy. That is awesome. All right. I wanted to check the OCF top contributors list. That's here. And we have Luftpirat as a new patron. There he is, practically at the top of the patron list. I think that eventually I will buy these. I want the laurel leaves. Right now I am a lowly first badge patron. I'm level 4, and eventually I think I'm gonna want to be level 9 so I can get the laurel wreaths because they look cool. All of these, of course, were made by made by TM Dutchy. All right, dudes, I'm going to go to the splash screen right quick as I hydrate, and then I'll come back in a few minutes, and we'll look for another game. All right, stick around. Be right back.